Alrighty, good afternoon. How are we doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. Having an okay Monday at least. I know it's the start of the week. But anyways, we're gonna start right where we left off from our last lesson. So we're gonna do a quick breathing exercise. So if you want, you can take your obo read and just soak it. It's only gonna be a couple minutes. Now, what do you remember from our breathing exercise last time? What are some key concepts? Some important things to consider.
Um, Taking all the air in and getting it all out in the certain number of counts.
Now, what about posture? I like that. What about posture?
Um, Sitting up nice and tall so you
Yeah.
have maximum space to breathe.
Absolutely. You flat on the floor, nice straight back, straight spine, right? When you breathe in, do you want to move your shoulders or should your shoulders be nice and steady?
Um, Nice and steady.
There we go. And remember, all in the diaphragm, okay? We're going to do in for four and out for four. And then once that's good, we're going to do in for four, out for eight, okay? And one, two, ready, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. There we go. Now let's try in for four, out for eight. Here we go. And one, two, ready, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. There you go. I liked it. Nice full breathing. I was watching your shoulders. Shoulders weren't moving, so all good things, all right? Let's grab that oboe reed. We're gonna put it on your oboe. And quick reminder, what scale were we working on last time? You remember?
I believe it was like A minor scale.
It was. And what type of A minor?
Uh,
Was it natural, harmonic, or melodic?
I think it was natural.
It is natural.
Could be wrong.
So we're actually gonna play that on the oboe, but at the same time, we're gonna go over another thing that we went through last week. We're gonna do certain rhythms while we're doing our scale. So
Okay.
we're gonna use our syncopated rhythms. I think last week. So I'm gonna play just going up the scale with a certain syncopated rhythm, and then I'm gonna have you do the same thing, but you're gonna go the whole way of the scale, okay? So just listen.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me the rhythm that I used throughout the whole thing? It was the same measure, like same four beats each time.
Okay. It was a bit hard to hear, 'cause
Oh my.
but I think it was. Could you just play one measure for me?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. I just heard straight eighth notes, and I know that's not right.
Okay. Then let's do this.
Okay.
It was ta dee ta dee ta dee ta dee ta dee ta dee ta.
It's ta, dee, ta, dee.
You're right. Keep going.
So it's ta, dee, ta, dee, ta, dee, ta.
Yep, just like that. So what would that look like in music? That was it. What would that look like
Okay.
in music?
Um, we'd have a dotted quarter note,
Yes.
and then an eighth note, and then four eighth notes.
Yes. Now, can you play your A natural minor scale with that implication? Okay, with that syncopated rhythm. All right. Here we go. Now, one, two, ready, go. go. All right.
Oh.
No, it's good. It's good. I like your stream. Like you had the right notes and everything like that, so that was good. Now we're going to go to. He's not working on. Give me 1 second. Let me try this. There we go. Alrighty. Hold on now. Do you see the screen? Alrighty. So today we're going to be going over Old Churches by Michael Colgrass, who is my favorite composer for band. Period. I love him. So this piece in particular he wrote, and in the program notes it says Old Churches uses Gregorian chant to create a slightly mysterious monastery scene filled with the prayers and chanting of monks in an old church. It also says Gregorian chant is ancient church music that has been in existence for over 1,500 years. That's some old churches, right? Now, have you ever heard of or ever listened to Gregorian chant? Probably not. It's a pretty unique taste for music. So to kind of just give you an idea of what we're looking for in this piece, I'm just going to play like 10 seconds of some Gregorian chant music, and I want you to listen for the characteristics of what it is, and then we're going to talk about it, all right? Here we go.
Okay.
That's good enough. Were you able to hear it right, or hear enough of it?
Yeah, I heard a couple little seconds of it.
All right, well, with the whole connection. So, from what you've heard, what are some things that you can describe about Gregorian chant?
It's very like connected and omnious.
Yeah,
sounding.
I like that word. I think of it, when I think of Gregorian chant, I just think of very like sacred. Obviously, it's sacred music, so it's very singingly. Kind of just you singing from yourself, from your oboe, in this instance, right? So think about when we're playing this piece, that think of just very singingly, think of very disconnected and smooth, right? Very ominous, very mysterious, as we said, right? So, starting with that, let's start with measures 1 through 3. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to play it first, and then you follow me, all right?
Okay.
All right? Nice and smooth and connected.
Okay.
All right, now your turn. In 1, 2, ready, go. There you go. That was better. So a little quiz time. This little this line that's connecting over here. Okay. Is this a slur?
It is not.
Really? Then what would it be? I think it would be pretty hard to slur all of these F's, right? Because it's just the same pitch. Right? You really can't slur into it. And it's not really a tie because you still like are playing those notes. So I think of this as just a way of connecting the phrase, but you're still going to articulate and play those notes. Does that make sense? Now the difference is with this one. Remember what this was from last time?
Yeah, so that one's a tie.
That's a tie. And with a tie, it's between two of the same pitches, right? So there's a difference. So we have one that's just connecting the phrase, just making it smooth and connected, and then one is an actual tie that has a function in how we would articulate it, right? You wouldn't articulate the first beat of measure 3, you have it connected with the third beat of the second measure, right? So let's try that one more time, measures 1 through 3, and then have that, right? try it again. And ready? One, two, ready, go. There you go. I like that. You had good breath support, and the best part about it was that you waited all the way until beat 2 of measure 3 to stop. You didn't just die off. I like that, all right? Now, let's continue on. We're going to go to measures 11, measure 10. Now, this is going to be probably the most difficult excerpt of the whole thing. So I just be very careful. All right, I'm going to model this for you, and then we're going to kind of break it down, all right? Here we go. Alrighty. Before you play that, what was something that was a little different, a little off from what we've usually been playing?
There's a little A flat
Right?
action.
Right here in measure 13. Now, what would A flat be in A minor? That doesn't make sense, right? Or how about this? What would the solfege be for A flat in this instance?
An A minor?
hmm Based on what that pitch is, what would that be? Well, think of it like this. So A
Okay.
A is do, right? A would be home, and then we have do, te, la. So if te was G,
Yeah.
A flat B,
It would be T.
right? It'd be a
Yeah.
leading tone, and that's weird because we're in what minor, right? Which minor?
A natural minor.
We're in natural minor. Natural minor doesn't have a leading tone. It doesn't have T. It has A. So it's kind of unique that that's thrown in there. So make sure that when we're going through this, you kind of bring that out, right? And then it resolves back in measure 14, right? What's the fingering for A flat?
1, 2, 3, and then this pinky key over here.
Yep, that one right there, the one that's closest to the ring finger key, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Let's try this. Do you think that we can manage measure 10 to measure, let's try it measure 10 to measure 12. We're going to start with those two measures. How about that?
Just the first two measures?
Yep. And
Okay.
what pitch do we start on?
A natural.
A natural, which is what in solfege? In the key?
I'm sorry.
What is A's solfege in this key?
Oh,
What?
do.
Yeah, do. There we go. All right, so measure
Okay.
10 through 12. No, you're good. You're good. I understand. Measure 10 through 12. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready, go. There we go. I liked it. There was one thing that I would change though. I don't know if it was probably the feedback or anything like that, but it sounded a little on the fast side. You have to remember that this is Gregorian chant. It's slow, it's melodic, it's smooth. So, like, don't be afraid to just take your time with it. All right. Let's actually keep going because that actually sounded really nice. So let's start at measure 10 and let's keep going to measure 14. All right. Let's do that whole phrase.
Okay.
And 1, 2, ready, go.
Oh.
Uh-oh. All right, so remember, so you're going from A flat to F natural, right? So you go, sorry. Right? How about this? Let's start.
I got confused about where we were ending.
Oh, you're good. Let's do this. Let's start from measure 12, and we're gonna end at that A on measure 14. Okay.
Sounds good.
Starting at 12. And 1, 2, ready, go. I think it's the feedback, but what I heard was you played A flat. You heard. Oh, sorry. I'll just play it. Remember that there's 3 Fs, right? Can I just hear that measure? Just measure 13. Wait. What would the and be on this? Is it A flat or is it A natural?
Oh, that's an A flat.
It's A flat, right? Because what's the rule with accidentals? If there's an A flat here, doesn't that flat carry through?
Yes, it does.
Well, the next measure. So let's try it one more time. Let's try measure 13.
Okay.
There we go. And I can see that you're doing a little bit of decrescendo. I like that. So speaking of decrescendo, what should we be doing with our air when we're decrescendoing?
Did you say what we should do with our air when we're decrescendoing?
Exactly what I said.
I personally think you keep the support up with the airspeed slowing down a bit.
Yeah, I like that. A lot of people think that when you decrescendo, it's kind of like, oh well, we just gotta like blow less air, or just like, The thing of it is, you're still having consistent air. It's just not at the velocity of the air is just not as intense as it would be for anything above, right? So let's do this. Since we were able to play those measures, let's start from 10 and go to 14 and really focus on not just the A flat that we were talking about, but also focus on that decrescendo at measure 14, okay? So starting at measure 10.
Okay.
All right. And 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, that was good. Good job. I liked it. Alrighty. Now, let's keep going. So now we're going to start at measure 20. And I feel confident enough that we can do measures 20 through 25. Now, do these measures look familiar? Either this one or measure 24? You ever seen this before?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do these measures, either measure 20 or like measure 24 or 25, do these look familiar to something that we've done in like previous lessons?
Yes.
Right?
They were part of our warm-up.
Yes, it was, right? I took this exact measure, right? And I also took these 2 measures. So this should be stuff that you're very familiar with. Now, these 3 measures, 21, 22, 23, is part of the music. But remember the syncopation here, right? So what would the Takadimi be for this measure?
It'd be dee ta dee ta dee.
Yep. And then what would it be for this measure or this measure?
It'd be dee ta dee ta dee ta.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do this. Let's break it up first. We're gonna do measure 20 to 23, okay? And we'll stop there and then we'll do this first. I wanna make sure that we got this, all right? So I'm gonna mount for you first, just kind of take a listen. think connected. Still think about the Gregorian chant while you're doing this, right? It's not just music. It's got a personality, right? So let's have you do that. Let's have you do measure 20 through 23, all right? Same concept. And here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome. That was great. I really like how smooth and connected that was. Your airstream was there. The notes were there. Um, your like not like subdivision, but yeah, I'd say your subdivision. Your fingers are really even too, which I like as well. Now let's do measures 24 and 25. All right. Let me play first. Sorry. Alrighty. Sorry about that.
It just zooms by. It's like it's very funny.
I'm not bad. All right. Measure 24 and 25. All right.
It's a minute.
And 1, 2, ready, go. There we go. That was a lot better. I like how, even though it sounds major in this, right? Because you're going from F natural to A to C, so it kind of sounds like an F major arpeggio, but it's, you know. So I like that a lot. Now, let's go back and let's do measure 20 to 25. You think we can do that?
Yeah.
All right. All right, starting at measure 20. And hey, what solfege are we starting on in this measure? At E.
It would be sol, la, te, do.
Yeah, it'd be la te do, right? Or sorry, sol la te do.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting on sol. Because E would be sol of A, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Ugh.
Excellent. That was awesome. I mean, you're the notes and the rhythms were down. You got the syncopations. You're subdividing, and you still got the characteristics of the piece, nicely smooth and connected. Now, let's try to do a little bit bigger chunking. So we're gonna take a break from that area between 20 and 25. I want to see if we can go from the beginning to 14. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, to 15. So 1 to 15. All right? Whenever you're ready.
Do you count through all the rests?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like as if we were playing it with the ensemble.
Gotcha.
Here we go. There we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get ready. 2, 3, 4. awesome. That was excellent. What were some things that you thought you did well with on that?
Um, I think I was playing the style of like definitely the Gregorian chant,
Hmm.
like flowy, ominous, really connected style with my repeated notes of the same pitch.
I concur. I thought you did a great job representing that characteristic. You're very smooth, very connected. Your tone on the oboe is awesome, very singing-like. Now, I think I've only caught maybe like one thing that I think that we can work on. I don't even think it's your fault. It might be just because of the connection. What do you think?
Um, I think you were asking what was something I think I could do better.
Yes.
I definitely didn't do a crescendo and measured 15.
Mhm. I heard a little bit of a decrescendo. I probably could have used a little bit more. I think it might have just been with the connection too, but sometimes I kind of felt like the eighth notes were rushing a little bit sometimes. I don't know if that was just you or if that was just the feedback coming in faster or whatnot. Let's do this, just for time's sake. Let's do this one more time, and this time, just for the sake of time, you don't have to count through every single measure. So as soon as you're done, you can just kind of count yourself in and begin the next phrase, right? We're gonna do the whole thing. We're gonna start from the very top, and we're gonna go all the way through 25. Okay?
And you said, do you play the do you wait for the rest or just go ahead and go on?
Because of time, as soon as you're done with the passage, you
Okay,
can
okay.
cut yourself off the next part. So here's some things to think about. All right, think about subdividing nicely into notes, straightforward time. Make sure you're not rushing or slowing down. Have that in mind. Think of the style. You're doing a really good job with the characteristics of the Gregorian chant. So you gotta keep that up. You could go decrescendo. All right. One more time, you can do it. All right. From the top. And one, two, ready, go. Go. Next part. Excellent! That was awesome. That was good. I like that a lot. I mean, everything, the notes and rhythms were there. Your timing was there. I liked your sound, your tone. I liked the style. I thought you did overall. I thought you did an awesome job. So, for next time, obviously,
Thank you.
we'll work more on the piece and more of the character. I kind of want to get more into the character of the piece a little bit more. But so just to kind of wrap it up, thinking about the Gregorian chant, thinking about the syncopation, thinking about the right. So, do you have any other questions?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a good day. Okay.
Thank you, you too.